you realize that we are dealing with the death of a young man who was discovered Saturday evening. We had a news conference yesterday asking for the public's help so we could identify this child. And right now that is the number one point of this investigation, to find out who this child is. At this point, we still do not have that information. So despite the numerous news articles and TV coverage and social media posts, we don't have that answer. And that is our number one goal at this point, is to find out the identity and the name of this child. And he deserves, to be heard. So that's what we're asking the public's help. We're continuing to ask for the public's help to keep this at the forefront so that we can get that call. Obviously, this is a 5 to 8 year old young man. Somebody was taking care of him. He was in somebody's custody and care for his daily needs and for support. And we still haven't received any information about a child that's missing, that hasn't been accounted for, that would match his description. So we're asking for the public's help again to keep this going. Somebody out there either knows and isn't saying something, or just hasn't had the opportunity to see this in the media yet, and they don't know that they need to call somebody. So again, it's of vital importance that, first of all, the number one point of this case at this point is just to identify him. And that's why we need your help. To help with that, we have received numerous tips and calls, social media contacts, things like that in the past 24 hours. We ask that if you do have information, our social media is not the way to contact us for a tip. That's not monitored 24/7. There's lots of different avenues to contact us that way that could be overlooked. So we ask that you use the tip line. We do now have a dedicated tip line just for this investigation. That tip line is 1-888-437-6432. I'll repeat that, 1-888-437-6432, and that is a national 1-800 number. So we do have our own 800 number here to the post, but it only works within the state of Indiana. This number is a nationwide number that anybody can call and give us information. So we ask that if you have a tip, if you have a possibility, if you have information that you feel like you need to relay to one of the investigators, that you use that number, because that way we can track everything, we can make sure that everything is looked at in a proper way and nothing's overlooked. So please, we stress that you use that number, and if you can, as far as your broadcast, if you can put that graphic up there, obviously nice and big and bold so people see that.